Week 6 of the 2025 season, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni.
It's the Titans and the Raiders.
And it's all up next on EA Sports.
Now, from the home of the Raiders since 2020, we're inside the spectacular Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. And so good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. You know, partner, sometimes teams get off to slow starts, and that's the case for these teams we're going to see here. Both under 500. Not critical yet, but you can't wait too long to try to get this thing turned around.
And I know it sounds crazy, Mike, but here we are, and it's only October. There's a long way to go. But this feels like a really important game, and I think that was the sense that both coaches told us all week when we had a chance to meet with them.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Geno going to throw for it. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. 24-yard pickup as they convert on 4th down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
And a minimal game there, down to the 20. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Geno. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On fourth down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. Leading them out, it is their rookie quarterback from your alma mater, Greg, University of Miami.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game in a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Lockett headed in motion. He'll drop to throw. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That is caught. What a throw. Chigokonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going with their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give up the middle. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Amani Hooker there on the tackle. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here comes Jackson on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one finds Lockett down the left side. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A handoff, running left is Spears. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. They get the Alabama man, the former first-round pick, J.C. Latham. Lockett headed in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down. He'll look to throw. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down for Tennessee.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Got his man at the 6. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. It's the Titans out to the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. They'll run with Spears. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Tyjae Spears. Touchdown Titans. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Next, the score, Titans 14, Raiders 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Titans offense and Tyjae Spears getting ready for their next possession. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that'll cost them half the distance. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. The dangers of throwing when you are backed up. Quarterback trying to keep it alive and make a play. Instead, they bring him down, and it'll cost them 2 points.
I understand what the quarterback's trying to do here, Mike. He's trying to keep the play alive and buy some time for his receivers to work to get open. But backed up this close to his end zone, he's got to get rid of that ball because, as we just saw, the defense took him down for 2 points.
Taken at the 19. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. They go play action with Smith. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Handoff here, up the middle. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. Open man, left side. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On first down is Smith. We'll try to set up the screen to Mostert. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? On the carry, here's Mostert. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. T'Vondre Sweat there on the tackle. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Smith. Quick throw here is complete. Good work there to get this back close to a first down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Back is Smith. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Into the hands of Lockett. Complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Tennessee.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's Spears. And he will dive into the end zone. Tyjae Spears. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll begin here on the ground. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The Titans have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. From the gun on third down, Smith to the left side. It is caught by Myers. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
In motion is Myers. Finding room at midfield. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On the bootleg, it's Smith. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. From the gun, it's Gino. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's their punter now as he's on to punt for the Raiders. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the sideline, Lockett's there, and he got it.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll run the draw. That's Spears. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught by Spears out of the backfield. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, Smith. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Smith. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Chargers who were able to come in and steal one on the road. Keenan Allen, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. James Conner, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. The Broncos are able to level their record at 3-3 with the victory. We saw a solid 1st half out of the man from Tulane, Tyjae Spears. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. 1st and 10. A run with Spears. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Once again, it's Spears. Spears, 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds. inside of midfield. A gain there of 20. That's good for a Titan first down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much happening there, just a short gain. On second down, they run the counter. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A huge play on fourth down. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A run on first and goal. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal. Here now, second down and goal. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Titans.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Titans will extend this third quarter lead. This fielded at about the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Xavier Woods there on the stop. Third down, 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Raiders have their punt team out there as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Now give to Spears, running right. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They'll stay on the ground with Spears. And he's going to pick up the first down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he'll manage to get to the 33. He'll land in Roberts in there on the tackle. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And we'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up. Here's 3rd and 7. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Infraction, defense. Still 3rd down.
Penalty yardage made this much easier to convert. They now face 3rd and 2. Back to the ground after the penalty. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. To throw, it's Smith.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And he's going to have it up for the first down. Mark him up at the 39-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Smith. To the right side, hauled in by Myers.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. it's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was brought down at the 26. It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A run up the middle, Spears. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And that'll set up fourth down. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Geno. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
L'Jarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one. The Raiders send their punt team out as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Spears. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. From the gun, here's Spears. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Spears. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll begin here on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Smith. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They give it to Mostert. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give them 6 on that play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw, Smith. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Spears. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Look at this. They go with their tight end on 3rd down. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Gino to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now, Gino. That's caught left side by Bowers. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down. To throw is Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's a handoff to Spears. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Tight end on the move left. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd. They send the tight end in motion. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Spears.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. He'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and he'll be taken down.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
So the big play gets him down close, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Tennessee. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Titans stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screenplay is, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
On 2nd down, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Smith now to throw on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Geno. That's a short one, caught by Bowers.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in. On 4th down, out comes the punter. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he gets this one up past the 30.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Down to a knee, one more time. And that should just about do it. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half, no points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.